The US is suffering from a critical shortage of workers across the country, despite businesses being desperate to hire. Just 194,000 Americans found work last month. That's well short of the 500,000 anticipated by the Biden administration. Our Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen reports from Iowa.
This is now a familiar sight in towns and cities across America. Help wanted signs posted by businesses who can't find workers. Even drive-through burger joints like this one are offering $12 an hour plus a $200 sign-on bonus, well above Iowa's state minimum wage of $7.50.
We have went through other times where money was more difficult and that kind of stuff, but we always were able to hire employees and keep our employees.
David has owned the Armadillo Antique Mall in Des Moines since 1992. He has 6 stores across Iowa, Omaha, Nebraska, Missouri, and Arizona. And he says he's never found it this hard to find staff in every single store at the same time.
We have a lot of difficulties trying to get people just to come in for the interviews. Sometimes if we schedule 3 interviews in a day, maybe only one of them show up, and sometimes not even one shows up.
And this is a problem across the country. 4.3 million Americans quit their jobs in August, about 2.9% of the national workforce. With 10 million jobs open, workers can afford to be choosy.
We usually do 1 merit raise per year for our employees. This year we've done 3 non-merit raises, in other words, raised all the way across the board, everybody, including our starting wages. And our wages are up about 24%. On the hourly wages so far this year.
Over in Jefferson, about an hour out of Des Moines, unemployment peaked at 10% last April. The casino was forced to shut down early in the pandemic, but since it reopened, profits have gone up as much as 30%. Despite all the extra business, the casino can't find workers.
Less than half our people came back. When we closed, we were over 200. When we reopened, we were under 90.
And that's despite the casino paying some of the best wages in the area.
Part of it's by state mandate. They want the casinos to pay more than the minimum wage, so we do pay 25% better than that. But most of the people that work here are making 50 to 100% above minimum wage.
In the meantime, they've had to automate games like craps, so gamblers can continue to play the game without a dealer. Income support payments as well as rental assistance has stopped across the country, but employers say they're not seeing any more job applications since then. They say people aren't coming back to work because they don't have access to childcare, or they're worried about contracting COVID-19 and passing it on to vulnerable family members.
We have certain shifts that are good for mothers that have children in school or in daycare, and right now that's a little bit more difficult because they don't find the daycare and they can't come to work. So we've lost that segment.
The jobs figures for last month were less than half the 500,000 jobs the Biden administration hoped to add. Hopes the economy would quickly correct itself following the pandemic are fading.
I think there's going to be a new normal. I mean, I just don't think that we're going to go back to that the way it was.
Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Des Moines, Iowa.